Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Sorry how I sound, I just woke up. So I released a video a couple hours ago and I got a feedback about the example I used in the video, you know, the one talking about toughness and smite level. I got a feedback about it that the opponent in the first duel was actually on PvE because for some reason, you know, fusions and shines and draconics give freaking toughness in this game. Like I stated this in that video, but I didn't expect that person to still be in PvE and still be doing that much damage. Although, I mean, they had 1.2 million more than us, but I do understand that you can obtain that kind of smite and toughness rating as PvE. So I'm actually going to address this, and what I will do, how I will address this is we will all, because there are many other examples of us defeating a stronger opponent, like even up to 1 million. There we go, I put myself a little at the left. I want to say a very big thank you to that one individual that keeps popping up to the live streams, to my videos, to, you know, drop a dislike. I appreciate you. We will find an example in this video here of someone that we are certain wasn't on PvE and also that is like 1 million stronger than us. So I will take the time to do that here. I sadly didn't want to do that there because I was already feeling a little ill and I just had to upload that video in my own, I think this is one of it, because I was sick here as well and I was just recovering when I did that. Oh, we also got one here, one dislike here. Awesome. Did y'all notice the Yu-Gi-Oh videos barely get any dislike? But no, Dragon Raja. You're all too picky. I think this is another one. So okay, let's check it out real quick. Wonderful. I got an advert in my own video. Thank you so much, YouTube. I get money from that.
A few moments later.
So I'm going to remove my VTube avatar right here so it doesn't interrupt the other VTube avatar, because there will be another one from me talking on stream, but I will still pause the video once in a while to talk. There we go. Now, before we get into this fully, I want to first state that this isn't to throw a shade at anybody, especially the person that commented in the previous video. I appreciate you commenting and clarifying and correcting me if and whenever I do make a mistake. Again, thank you so much. Now let's jump right into this. I think this is the spot here, and I think this is the first one. Yeah, this is the first one. So we have a duel against Sonny right here.
1 and 3. Yeah, I always forget to do that. The first kill, the fox, the one that summons the fox. I always forget to do that.
Also, this isn't to throw a shade at Sonny here. This is an awesome player. I really am sorry, Sonny. I can't go deeper to start finding more videos. I just decided to use the duel because you meet the criteria in a way. This isn't to throw a shade at you at all. I really apologize if you feel bad about this. I wish I could, you know, block the names and stuff, but I'm not that good in editing at this point. Also, I apologize, guys, for the picture quality being the way it is. So let's jump right into this. Just take this as an example, guys, of what I was telling you in the other video, not a shade or anything. I don't know why I need to keep specifying this, man. MMO players.
What I decided to do now is, regardless my...
So in this first duel, we are playing as a Yasai, they are playing as a Visionaire. They will play as Visionaires in all the duels or examples in this video.
Opponents, I'm always going to start with...
See the big damage? We also got stunned. Also, I'll take it, the Yasai is not as strong as the other class we use.
Chill! I know you're strong, but chill, man!
Also, one thing that really drained our health there was the Goddess Blessing Draconic, the Snow Queen Draconic there. It's triggered, so it actually took a lot of our health.
I'm dead. Yeah, we die.
And yeah, she made the mistake of still attacking me or staying close to me when my immunity shield had triggered, which increases my elemental attack by a lot. So when you see an opponent's elemental shield trigger, like right here, mine are trigger, when you see something like this, you are supposed to stay away from the opponent. This is like a simple knowledge you should have in PvP, but most people forget it, or they just have a lot of faith in themselves, in their strength. It can happen. It has happened to me a lot. And you can see here, they lose a lot of health because of that. Also, standing still in the Yasai fire. It's really good. Now their shield has triggered and I keep my distance.
Need to get this fan.
And we do the big damage. They made the mistake of staying in the fan and all of that. So as always, I almost always check my opponent's rankings after duels to get me a feel of how the game state is, and also just to show you guys the differences between our strength and how things are. That's what I usually do. It takes a lot longer in arena, but it's still alright.
Dash was so slow.
So I'm gonna check the rating now.
Dash was so slow. I was like, what the fuck? Just with that dash. It took me so long to.
I'm gonna mute myself, and I'll let you hear my reaction.
That's a 5.2 million.
Okay, so first you can see here, excuse me, Sonny had 1500 smite level and toughness level at 5.2 million. This, in my opinion, is probably them on PvE build. So at 5 million on PvE build, you can have this toughness level. Probably you can have 2000 toughness level, or maybe even 3000 toughness level tops, probably, in depending for this particular rating of 5.2 million. So this is Sonny on PvE build, dealing insane damage, very strong. Although we were 3.9 million rating, so there are 1.2 million ratings stronger than us. Now let's check out this same player again, but on PvP build. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. All right, up here, and this is it here. So this is I'm Sick Arena Might Help. It's from a video, a live stream from 1 month ago. Let's check it out.
Spam this EX before jumping to them, but it feels like a waste to me. I'd rather put the EX underneath them.
Can I fast forward?
They can just have doors be obliterated.
There we go.
I can do anything without doors buster. Alright, we're dead again. It's Sonny. Wait, we do.
So you catch that? I almost said we defeated Sonny before, but then I remembered she was 1.2 million rating stronger than us, and we defeated her by the skin of our teeth. Although then we were using a Yasai, now we are using a Dragon Rider, so I felt a little more confident with the Dragon Rider than I was with the Yasai. That was why I almost slipped out that we defeated her, and almost said that we should be able to defeat her again. But you know, the rating difference, and it is arena, this is Dragon Rider as well. Strategy still matters sometimes. Also, I'm playing on PC, so kind of sucks. If you notice, I keep getting stunned. I thought Dustbuster would prevent me from being stunned, but I forgot I wasn't using Whispers of the Ancient God Draconic. It is a Draconic for the ring that gives you makes your EXs raise up to their max potential. So at the max potential of Dustbuster, it prevents you from being stunned. So I forgot I wasn't using that, and that's why my first combo was Dustbuster, not just to reduce the damage I receive, but to prevent me from being stunned while I try to stun them with my middle skill and deal big damage before using the second skill that gives me super armor. So Dustbuster, this, but I got stunned.
Alright, this time we're a little more prepared.
Yeah, I said that because
no, we're not. They have freaking Goddess Draconic.
That
man.
Draconic kept triggering every time. It's so annoying. And you can see my health. I lost all my health, and my shield has triggered.
Come on.
They kept distance this time, but
there we go.
Dragon Rider can chase them.
Yeah, baby.
And one hit. So you should be able to tell the difference at this point between them playing PvE build and playing PvP build. Assuming I face them in this state, I'm gonna mute this. Assuming I face them in this state with the Yasai class, I would have absolutely been obliterated. But this time I faced them with the Dragon Rider, and if granted Dragon Rider is a lot stronger than the Yasai, it was still difficult, and it was very, very close. We had for us to win that. So let's check out her stats rather. So now you see it is 5.2 million, 6,000 smite, 6,000 toughness level. So this is actually the PvP build, right? You can see the hit and dodge is now at 200 compared to before where it was at 100. So, and also this was at 1,500, and I think both of them were at 1,000 ish. So now it's 6,000, and my smite level is 3,900, and toughness is 3,000, I believe 850. I'm not sure. So this is a quick and easy explanation of why toughness and smite level are very important for PvP. This player would have absolutely obliterated us if they were using this build while we were playing as the Yasai. But just because we were playing as a Dragon Rider and we had a little more strategy and just being a little lucky and overall in all those things, and also they weren't moving around much. There's some people that just can't move around much in their own PvP combat. I can't do that sometimes, especially because I'm playing on PC and controls kind of suck. So they weren't doing that and they received a lot of damage. I was able to sneak in some hits with my immunity shield that increases my elemental attack and all of that. And that's basically the reason.
5.2 million minus 3.9. What is our strength?
So there is my rating. I'm glad I actually showed that so you guys can see the rating right there. All right, so this video is getting a little too long. That is what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to show you guys that even though the example I used in the previous video might not have been right, it still doesn't disapprove the fact that smite and toughness are very important stats that you should have and must have if you want to be competitive in Dragon Raja. It is kind of like the foundation of your build in Dragon Raja, and it is something that you must always strive to have as much of them as you can. It doesn't change at all. It doesn't matter how many you have. You can't have too many smite, neither can you have too many toughness level. They are always needed. I think the right way we can use to see if someone is on PvP or PvE build at this stage of the game is if their hit and dodge level are 100. I think that's what we can use to see. I think this is a PvE build now, and they have so much toughness still. Now I might survive a little longer against this person, but I'm gonna deal with nothing to them. I'm gonna deal nothing to them. Anyway, that's it for the video. That's all I want to talk about. Again, thank you for pointing out that. I don't remember the opponent's stats if they were actually on PvP or PvE, but thank you for pointing that out, and I hope this video has cleared out any misconceptions about that. I just wanted to make sure everybody understand and stuff. Maybe I'll stop showing examples and stuff, because it's very difficult to get perfect example or exact examples, and sometimes it's silly mistake, like maybe them being on PvE or me not taking note about them being on PvE or something like that. All those kind of crazy stuffs might just change everything, and might get situations like this. Maybe I'll just tell you guys it, and you all are just supposed to believe me. Probably. Can you guys do that? Take it easy, guys. Have a lovely time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and hope to see you in the next ones. Bye bye.